So Tirtha, the word Tirtha means Tiryate Anaya iti Tirtha, that by which we cross over. So what will we cross over? See, when we travel, in general, when we go, travel by itself is very great teacher because we are out of a comfort zone. So we cross over many limitations of ours, inhibitions. We cross over the comfort zones that we have. We have to adapt to the situation. Many things we learn. But in a Tirth Yatra, the place which takes us across, that is called a Tirtha Sthan. And those places have a lot of significance. They are not just geographical places, but there are divine legends associated there. Lots of sometimes sadhus, munis, tapasvis have done tapasya in these places. Bhagwan manifests in some of these places. And collectively, so many people have visited and they do sadhanas there. So the place itself is very charged. And then when we visit such places, the sankalpa with which we go, that makes the whole difference. So a Tirth Yatra has to start with a sankalpa. And each one may have their own sankalpa, what one wants to attain through the yatra. Sometimes people have a desire. They will want fulfillment of certain desires. Or if certain desires of theirs are fulfilled, then they say that I will come and have your darshan. So each one has their sankalpa. Some people do the yatra to develop spiritual qualities. So first thing to do is each one must take a sankalpa in their mind. What do we want from this yatra? And that sankalpa one should remember every single day till the yatra is over. Thank the Lord at the end of that yatra that if you have been able to fulfill the sankalpa through this yatra. What happens when we go to such places? We cross over our negative tendencies also. Many things we are not able to attain by our efforts. But divine grace, when we invoke, we are able to overcome certain negative tendencies, certain tamoguna, certain ignorance, lethargy, laziness, selfishness. Many of these one can overcome. So the sankalpa helps to remind oneself of the divine way of living or a positive and higher way of life. And the association with the divine through the yatra is the second thing that will help us to cross over forgetfulness. In spiritual life, we say the main problem with us is we have forgotten. From knowledge standpoint, we have forgotten who we are. Our nature is pure consciousness. We have forgotten that. From bhakti standpoint, we are one with Bhagwan. Bhagwan is in our own heart. And the sambandh with the Lord alone is the permanent sambandh. Every other sambandh comes and goes. So through the yatra, to continuously remember the divine helps us to overcome this forgetfulness. When we are in our regular day-to-day activities, maybe we spend some time in the day where we take the name of the Lord, do the worship of the Lord, and the rest of the day we are doing our duties, and that also we may dedicate to Bhagwan. But when we are in a yatra, our mind predominantly, ideally, is focused on the Lord because we have come for that. We may visit various places, but the idea is to associate divinity with all these places and to remember the Lord as much as one can. So first thing we overcome our negativities or inhibitions. First thing is we overcome our inhibitions. Second is negativities. Third is forgetfulness. Forgetfulness of the divine. First instruction that Tapon Maharaj gave to Gurudev. When Gurudev met him, Gurudev Swami Chinmayananji met him on his Chardham Yatra. That time Gurudev did not know Tapovan Maharaj. Gurudev wanted to take sannyas. But Shivananji Maharaj told him, don't take sannyas. First check whether your resolve is strong. Go on the Char Dham Yatra. And that time Yatra is by foot. So one literally goes with just a few clothes, some basic essentials and walks, leaves some Diksha on the way and does the Yatra that way. So when he came to, so Chardham Yatra starts with Yamunotri. Then one comes to Uttarkashi, then one goes to Gangotri, then to Kedar and Badri. So when he finished Yamunotri, came to Tapovan Maharaj at Uttarkashi. Tapovan Maharaj told him one instruction. Constantly have Brahma Vichar. Keep remembering that you are divine and hold on to that as your japa also. Do japa of Ishvara, remember Brahman. Constantly do Brahma Vichar is the highest instruction actually. One can contemplate all the time, one will realize the truth. And Gurudev did that. He kept the Brahma Vichar going. So Tirtha helps us to overcome that forgetfulness. Tirtha also is the place when we go. It is not just the place actually that we go. We go and we meet the sadhus and sannyasis in these places. So if we listen to spiritual knowledge from them, we may know that knowledge also before. But when we listen from them, the power of their tapas and sadhana has a different impact on our mind. Like Gurudev knows that one should do japa, but listening to that from Tapovan Maharaj's mouth has a different impact on Gurudev's mind completely. So wherever we go, we will see if we can find some sadhu, sannyasis, we will meet, have some satsang. So that is another reason why one does a Tirth Yatra. Because these sadhus and sannyasis, they live in these quiet places, doing their own tapasya, and we don't generally find them in the plains. Especially in the earlier times, people had a clear distinction of the sannyasis don't come into the society. Sannyasis live aloof. Sometimes people ask Gurudev also, why did you come down? Because Gurudev came down and started giving the knowledge in English to people. So people complained, why did you come down? You should have stayed in the Himalayas. Gurudev said, if you are capable of receiving the transmission being done by the rishis from there, we don't have to come down. But your radio set is not tuned. So I have to come to tune up. Once you are tuned up, then I will go back. I don't need to come. And that person had given an example of Vashishta Gufa. Tomorrow we will go there. And Gurudev gave that example there, saying that Vashishta Gufa, no doubt Vashishta Maharshi lived there and it is a very powerful place. But are you ready to receive the grace of Vashishta Maharshi and the presence of that Maharshi in that place? Because he said, why did you come down? You should remain in your Vashishta Gufa. You don't come down to the plains and give the knowledge. So, people like Gurudev, they came down and they started giving the knowledge and made it more accessible. Otherwise, many of them, even Tapovan Maharaj told him, don't go down. So when we go to these places, at least we meet some of them, we see them, we understand what is their lifestyle. The Upadesh we get from them has a different impact. So that's another reason why Tirtha Yatra is done. And in these places, there are rivers. Most of the Tirtha Sthans will have rivers. For us, these rivers are not water. For us, they are Devis. So one takes bath there, one has Darshana Bhagwan, one does certain karmas also. So Tirtha has a lot of significance. It is not only for one's own emancipation, but even for the ancestors. Because some of these Tirtha Sthans, one does Shraddha Karma also in these places. And right now this Pitru Pakshi is on. So when Shraddha Karma is done in some of these places, then it helps the ancestors also. So that's why Tirtha Yatra is done. It helps us, it helps the family, the ancestors, everyone. And until it is not there in your prarabdha karma and punya, you will not make it to a Tirtha Yatra. You may plan anything. How many people had planned to be in this yatra? 90% of them are not here. Those who had not planned, they all are here. So many of them. That's why it's prarabdha only. Whoever has to come will come. Bhagavan calls, finally they will land up here. So Tiryate Anaya iti Tirtha. That by which we cross over, that is the Tirtha. And the important point about Tirtha is, Tirtha Yatra is that which stops our Yatra. Jiva Yatra, it will stop. How many lifetimes we are doing? We are not Yatris of only this one life. How many lifetimes one has taken bodies after bodies after bodies, and how many more one has to take? If one realizes ki bhai, enough now, how many more will I keep taking? Same thing we have to do now every life. What is the new thing we will do? Everybody wants new. अच्छा नया जन्म लेके क्या करोगे? Some new pleasure which is not there in this world at the moment you will enjoy. Maybe after 70 years, if you come back on this earth, so many things which are not available today, some technology would have come. The phones you need not have. You may have the phone on your hand only, and then you can dial from there, and you need not have an instrument. Directly from your ears only something will be implanted. You can talk. That's all it will happen. Some new technology, something better, little more sensory pleasures you will get. What else will one get? The same realm of finitude only. So one who is able to see life very clearly does the Tirtha Yatra to end the Jiva Yatra. Ki bhai bahut ho gaya, now I want to realize oneness with the Supreme. So Bhagwan, you take us across this ocean of samsara, this realm of ignorance, you take us across. And for that, do we have to do a lot of Tirtha Yatras? One Tirtha also is enough. If we do more, that is good only. It also gets us Punya Karma. Many people who don't come to Vedanta, who have not yet understood, in some Janma we would have also been like that, where we have just gone, done some darshan because it is, they'll say that before you die you should do Chardham, you should do this, you should do that, you will get Punya. So do that much. Punya arjit kiya na humne. Then we are here again to do the yatra with little more understanding of Vedanta. So yatra helps to develop Punya Karma also. And yatra helps to drop also. So as I said, one sankalpa one has to take of this yatra. To remember the Lord is the second aspect. And third aspect, I have to drop some strong negative tendency that I have to drop. And visualize that it is gone. It has left me and I am a transformed person. The same person who came to the yatra should not return. If the same person who came to the yatra returned, what does that mean? Yatra failed. Success of a yatra is what? Swamiji, sab darshan ho gaya अच्छे से. That is only one level of success. Whatever we wanted to visit, whatever darshan we wanted to have, we had, we did some sadhana. But what part of me died? Which part I dropped? Because Vedanta says, Tyage naike amritatva manashahu. By Tyaga only one gets immortality. What Tyaga did I do when I went to a Tirtha Yatra? Especially places where we go, like Ganga Ji, she is the very symbol of Jnana, Bhakti, Vairagya, everything, Seva. And Ganga Snan, especially tomorrow where we go, Har Ki Pairi, is a very, very powerful place. The ancestors of that Sagar, the children of Sagar Raja, 60,000 of them, they got liberated there. That story we will see tomorrow. But the point is that the places where we go, some of these places are very, very powerful. Gangotri, if we go to Uttarkashi, here, Badrinath, Saraswati River, Keshav Prayag. These are places which are absolutely sacred, and they have mentioned in the Puranas, Skanda Puran, Kedar Khand, and all that. You will find all these places, descriptions are there. Even Tapon Maharaj and so many great Mahatmas have visited these places, taken dip there. So when we go to these places, what did we let go? So that one part of me died, a new part is born, I go back transformed. That is the purpose of the yatra, that is the success of the yatra. What did I leave behind? And how did I transform? That is the success of the yatra. Even one negative tendency or one inhibition, one fear, I let go permanently. That is the success of the yatra. So that these four things one should remember. One is sankalpa, one is the remembrance of Bhagavan throughout. What is one more? What? Last one is I said is where to drop. No, that is the meaning of Tirtha. So maybe three things then. As an activity, what you have to do is these three things. Take one sankalpa, remember whichever Bhagavan you want to remember. Doesn't matter, don't feel that अरे मैं तो बद्रीनाथ जा रहा हूँ लेकिन मेरा शिव जी इष्ट देवता है अब whichever form गणेश जी you love, हनुमान जी you love. You don't have to think कि बद्रीनाथ जा रहे तो हनुमान जी का जप नहीं कर सकते तो करो आप. भगवान is same everywhere. I mean, he is the same, appearing differently in every place. Whichever japa comes to you naturally. Because the important point of these Tirthayatras also is where you are, I mean, what japa you are accustomed to doing or whichever is your Ishta Devata, if you remember them in such sacred places, the benefit of it gets multiplied. So if you do one mala of japa, let us say in Har Ki Pairi, the benefit will be 10 times, 100 times. It need not be of Shivji or Ganga Devi. It may be of Hanumanji also. It doesn't matter. So remembrance of the Lord, which Lord you will remember continuously, as much as you can remember through that whatever time our yatra is still, you can keep on remembering and figure out one thing to drop. And whenever we go to these places where we are taking dip, there definitely take a sankalpa and drop. And when we are going to do darshan, take a sankalpa and drop. You can ask some things also. You can ask for blessings and you can drop the negative. Both you can do. So that is the purpose of the Tirthayatra. That why we come here to these places. Because we can remember Bhagavan anywhere. A lot of people ask, why should I go to temple? I have my puja room, I'll remember Bhagavan in the puja room. Same way, why should I come to a Tirthayatra? I have temples in my home, in my town. I can visit temples there. Why will I come to a Tirthayatra? Sthala Puran it is called. The Kshetra Mahatmya and Sthala Puran. The Sthala Puran means the literature about the glory of that place. That is the literature. In that the Kshetra Mahatmya will be there. What is the importance of that place there? So that is why one comes to Tirthayatra specially. Earlier days people actually did by foot and they would tell Tata bye-bye to all their relatives because they don't know whether they'll return or not. Today though we go happily, we finish everything, take photographs, make albums, make videos, send to everybody. By itself it is okay, but remember that one point, that focus should not be on those aspects. Those are secondary things, they will happen and one can do. Keep the focus on the spiritual path. So that's about Tirthayatra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.